So I wanted to do this video because I've been finding some really cool plugins lately that I think are worthy of grabbing if you are in Ableton. One of them is God Popsicle. Now, God Popsicle is like basically a copy of God Particle, which is out. And I'm not going to go into what everything does. This is an EQ section. This is your main section that you see on like God Particle when you see that little, they call it the big knobber in here, but it's controls the mid and side EQ, right? Of how much it is. Then there's the THD, which is the total harmonic distortion, which is basically the saturation. And then there's a limiter added to it. And so you can increase the gain of the song. So technically, let me show you this. I have a limiter here. I use tone boosters. And I have a compression and limiter I usually put on for my Loudmaster. I'm going to turn it off though, because this is sort of kind of doing what this is doing. It's kind of like running the same thing. And I'm actually going to pull this right before this Haze 2, which is I have it on iOS and on desktop. So this is my master chain for this beat. And I'm going to turn the limiter. I usually set the limiter at 6 dB, which is set at. And then you can adjust your EQ if you need to. If you feel like your track needs more bass, highs, or mids, or whatever. So this is one of them. I'll play that for you in a minute. I'm going to jump over to this one that was just shown to be, well, not that. Hold on. This one. It's called Step Copy. It's free on Gumroad. Just go to Gumroad, type in Step Copy, and you should find it. And it has a dice. You know, I love some dice. I ain't no gambler, but you know what I'm saying. On the random stuff, I like it. But anyway, it's got the pitch, the velocity. This is the duration of the note, and then the position of the note, like how I think the position has to do with. Let's just change one. Oh yeah, position. So we'll put that back to 0, and actually undo what I did there. All right, so there we go. I don't want to change this to mess it up. So you can do that and then transform and come up with these different melodies. This also works as chords. You can do chords with this. Check the video out for him where the developer talks about it. He's better at explaining his device than I'll ever be. But it's fun. I'm using it here to make more of a melody. One of the things I like to do that I didn't do is drop the duration a little bit. And sometimes to randomize, just randomize the velocities here a little bit. Kind of is nice to give you something more. Okay, now I'm using that on this ample China Kong Hao, I think is how you say it. Maybe you're saying it wrong. That instrument, which is, in my opinion, like a harp kind of vibe. So it's pretty cool. 1 second while I take this Bluetooth out of my ear. I don't want to interrupt in the recording here. Okay, so back to what I was saying. And then I have Supermassive, which is free from Valhalla. So Supermassive on here, pretty sweet. And then I made like a little drum track. And then up here, I'm using mid to do like some chord melody arrangement. And technically, I'm not really playing that much in here. I did play it, but I'm saying it's not a lot going on. There's like one chord, and then I'm just adding like a little melody line over that I played live. I did the drums live. I mean the bass live rather. Just recorded 16 bars in of the bass. Just having fun, not really overthinking this. So one take, just do it, right? One take for this one take for here. This one wasn't obviously a take because I just randomized it and added some notes. And then did the drums and the keys. The drums and the drums the same way. I might add a little perk to it. Nothing major. But anyway, so going back to this. So this little plugin is an added piece to your Ableton stuff. You can see all these different ones I have here. It's pretty fun. I always forget there's this slice shuffler down here. I need to try that one day. Probably when I want to slice something up and use it. It's pretty cool. So anyway, those are some Max for Live plugins. You do need to have Suite version. I think they would probably work in version 11, but double check that on Gumroad when you go to it. Let me go open my Gumroad. So here's Step Copy. It's made by MGF Audio, if you wanted to know. So check that out. And that's it. So I'll let you listen to the track, and that's the end of the video. And I know you see scaler up here, but I didn't use scaler for this. You don't really need it. One of the cool things about the launch key is being able to set the scale lock, and then you can play chords from there. It's pretty simple. So anyway. There you go. So, little cool, fun tools that are available on Gumroad. Check them out, pick them up, support these people when you can. It's fun that they are putting time and energy into making these different devices to help keep inspiring people to make music. So, just wanted to show a little love by promoting their products. And that's it. All right. So, check them out.